hello. How's everybody doing? This is Late Night Baltimore. This program is being brought to you by Anton Sugar's uh, Bitcoin.
There's something else. I don't know. Will there? Is something wrong? With what? With nothing. Is that what you're asking me? Is there something wrong with anything?
Anton Sugar's No Country for Old Men Bitcoin coin.
Well, I need to see that closing.
The sponsor of this program.
Yes, sir. What time do you close? Now. We close now. No, it's not a time. What time do you close? Generally around dark. At dark. You don't know what you're talking about, do you? Sir? I said, you don't know what you're talking about. What time do you go to bed? Sir? You're a bit deaf, aren't you? I said, what time do you go to bed? Oh. Somewhere around 9:30. I'd say around 9:30. I could come back then. Why would you be coming back? We'd be closed. Okay, you said that. Well, I got to close now. You live in that house on the back? Yes, I do. You lived here all your life? This is my wife's father's place, originally. You married into it? We lived in Temple, Texas for many years. Raised a family there in Temple. We come out here about 4 years ago. You married into it? That's the way you want to put it. I don't have some way to put it.
Thank you.
That's the way it is.
This is live Late Night Baltimore. We're the Anti-MAGA Baltimore channel.
Sir?
Sponsored by Anton Sugar's Coinbase.
I don't know. I couldn't say. Call it.
That's Anton Sugar.
Just go.
He's doing Bitcoin.
Well,
Also, it runs into the stream.
You need to call it. I can't call it for you. It wouldn't be fair. I didn't put nothing up. Yes, you did. You've been putting it up your whole life. You just didn't know. You know what date is on this coin? No. 1958. It's been traveling 22 years to get here. And now it's here. And it's either heads or tails. And you have to say, call it. Well, look, I need to know what I stand to win. Everything. How's that? You stand to win everything. Call it. All right. Heads then. Well done. Don't put it in your pocket, sir. Don't put it in your pocket and check like a quarter. Where do you want me to put it? Anywhere, not in your pocket. Or it'll be mixed in with the others and become just a coin. Which it is.
All right, that was our sponsor, Anton Sugar. Okay, well, we're trying to catch up on the news and do some experimenting with the podcast, get our technicals all right. This is, there was a protest this week. Let's get to that first. It was held in Baltimore, all over the country. Maybe up to 2 to 5 million people may have attended these protests with these protesters. Okay, and we were one of them. Late Night Baltimore was one of them. And here's some clips from that. No Kings protest. That's right. See that? That's nice, huh? That's the No Kings protest. No kings. None. All right. There you go. All right. That's enough for that. That was on Saturday. Baltimore really showed up for that one. Okay. While that was going on, sort of at the same time, same day, Mr. MAGA was having a parade. Hear them squeaky tires?
That squeaking is gonna drive us all crazy.
Ain't that something? All right. And also, over the weekend, there were some other things happening. Let's see. A senator from California, right?
Yes.
Padilla was at a press conference. And this is what happened. He just wanted to ask a question.
Hands up, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary, because the fact of the matter is, a half a dozen violent criminals are supposedly on your.
I also want to question how many of our ICE agents have been docked for
On the ground. Hands behind your back.
On the ground.
Hands behind your back.
If you let my hands go ahead, put me on my back.
Hands one hand. Lay
All right.
Lay flat.
That's how some people are. That's pretty creepy. That's the state we're in. Okay. Now, let's see. Here's MAGA explaining away something.
I showed this coin to a liberal, and he called the FBI. Starting this month, the 1776 MAGA Resurgence Initiative is taking...
Are you okay? Yes.
There he is, still mad about his parade, so he's gonna bomb Tehran, thinking that's gonna make up for it. This is really great. You happy now you all voted for this? You should have listened. I tried to tell you.
Look at that. All instructions.
At some point,
Yeah, we go from left to the right.
he got to go. He can't stay around here.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Why are you leaving at G7 early for Washington?
Well, I have to be back. Very important. I want to just thank our great host. Thank you, Canada.
All right. I wonder if he told them how he wanted to make him. He doesn't bring that up anymore, I guess.
UK. EU.
And let's see. There's another one. This one is
The G7 used to be the G8.
here you go.
Barack Obama and a person named Trudeau didn't want to have Russia in. And I would say that that was a mistake, because I think you wouldn't have a war right now if you had Russia in. And you wouldn't have a war right now if Trump were president 4 years ago. It didn't work out that way, but it used to be the G8.
That's right.
And now it's, I guess, what's
It's
that, 90
Barack
years ago,
Obama's
80 years
fault
ago,
that
it switched over. They
Russia's
threw
like
Russia
that.
out, which I claimed was a very big mistake, even though I wasn't in politics then. I was very loud about it. It was a mistake in that you spend so much time talking about Russia, and he's no longer at the table, so it makes life more complicated. But you wouldn't have had the war.
Big baby. let's see. Here's Trump. More MAGA stuff. More squeaky tanks. Nobody there. Nobody went to it. It was a big disaster. And now, somehow we are in a war. Wouldn't have happened if Joe Biden was president. Alright, this is weird. Okay, watch this now. This guy's good.
All right, guys, I have some really horrific breaking news here for you. So, unfortunately, it looks like it's about to go down. Something very, very bad is about to unfold.
This
Under
is
the fucking
secular
early
Democrat.
2000s authorization for use of military force. In this context, that makes absolutely no sense. It's wildly illegal. It's wildly unconstitutional because Iran had nothing to do with 9/11, had nothing to do with the war on terror. Zero. So this would be immensely, immensely illegal if you were to do this. And by the way, this is like, you better impeach immediately. Right now, you do have some Congress people scrambling to basically try to block B-1B Lancer bomber in the air over the Dakotas. This bomber can carry 75,000 tons, or pounds, excuse me, of cruise missiles and conventional ordnance. One of the most lethal non-nuclear platforms in the U.S. Air Force. So there's a lot of movement right now with U.S. weapons, with U.S. artillery. It looks like it's all being prepared. We have radar data shows multiple U.S. military aerial refueling aircraft heading to the Middle East, escorting fighter jets. So U.S. fighter jets are being sent to the Middle East right now. It looks like Trump has made the decision. We're going to illegally and unconstitutionally get directly involved in war with Iran, not in the sense of, oh, we're just arming Israel and we're funding Israel and they're helping them with... So ready for this? Buckle up for this one, y'all. So Trump posted a message from Ambassador Mike Huckabee. Now, I've warned you guys about Mike Huckabee for a long time. This is a guy who ran for president a few times. He literally said, we should replace the Constitution with the Bible. He is a complete fundamentalist, evangelical Christian psycho. So he texted Trump and said the following, and Trump shared this publicly as if it was like a flex. Mr. President, God spared you in Butler, Pennsylvania to be the most consequential president in a century, maybe ever. The decisions on your shoulders I would not want to be made by anyone else. You have many voices speaking to you, sir, but there is only one voice that matters. His voice, talking about God. I am your appointed servant in this land, and am available for you, but I do not try to get in your presence often, because I trust your instincts. No president in my lifetime has been in a position like yours. Not since Truman, in 1940, sorry for that. I had to go to another slide and it was like in a weird place. Not since Truman in 1945, which by the way, not since Truman in 1945. What did Truman do? What did Truman do? Look up which president dropped the atomic bomb, nuclear weapons, on Japan. Israel needs to have all the land in the Middle East, not just the area they have now. Yes, this is my war. This is our war. I'm steering this shit, bitch. Oh my God. And then finally, Trump just tweeted, all caps, with an exclamation point, unconditional surrender! Saying to Iran, you need to unconditionally surrender, which, as I pointed out, in a sense they did, because they don't have a nuclear weapon, they're not trying to get a nuclear weapon, they're not starting shit with anybody in the region. Israel is the one starting shit. The U.S. are the ones starting shit. But he still says unconditional surrender. They are trying to do regime change. The goal is get the son of the Shah back in power, who has zero popular support in Iran, by the way, zero, or just make Iran a failed state like Libya. That's the goal. That's what they're doing here. And something very, very horrible is about to go down. Very horrible. I don't know the exact nature of the attack, but they're very clearly going to attack. I don't know if it's going to be just air power and level blocks and blocks in Tehran, but it looks like that's definitely on the table. The scary part is, even now, nukes are not off the table. The way this guy's talking with the messianic bullshit and sharing that thing that Huckabee sent to him, like, this is a very, very, very dark moment that we're talking about here, y'all. We are witnessing it again, except a war with Iran would dwarf the war with Iraq. Trillions of dollars wasted, thousands of U.S. soldiers' lives, hundreds of thousands of innocent Iraqis, millions of refugees. That was Iraq. Well, guess what? Iraq was a smaller country and a less powerful country. Now we're talking about a country of 90 million people, over 10 million living in Tehran, and they are broadcasting to the world, we're about to go ham and ruin millions of lives by bombing this beautiful ancient city. I never want to hear it ever again from anybody who is part of MAGA. Don't say you weren't warned. I fucking warned you. I couldn't have been any more clear. I screamed it from the top of my lungs. I said, the guy's a fucking warmonger. Yes, he speaks out of both sides of his mouth on the campaign trail. He says pro-war shit, he says anti-war shit. But look at his record. His record is what matters. And this is the same guy that increased drone strikes over 400%, bombed Somalia, bombed Syria, ripped up the Iran agreement, illegally murdered Qasem Soleimani, gave Israel the Golan Heights, and the list goes on and on. And all the MAGA people swatted that shit aside and said, nah, I think he's anti-war. Well, fell for it again, award, bitch. Fell for it again. Because now we are in the worst case scenario. So, as I said, something very, very bad is about to go down. And it is absolutely terrifying. And there's not much else to say about it. I wish there was something we could all do to pump the brakes on this. I wish there was something we could do to, flip the script here. But this is world historic, evil, demonic shit coming from Israel and Washington, D.C. That's what it is.
All right, now, so last week, the U.S. government invaded Los Angeles, and now to harass U.S. citizens and people, families, children. That's last week. This week, destroy the world. Because the parade went bad.
Trump said that the National Guard did such a great job. They weren't even deployed.
Yeah, it's all MAGA owns media and all the government and the courts, so you don't get the right news. You gotta watch these our kind of station. We're trying to get better, and we're gonna get serious with podcasts, so like and subscribe. And that's the test for now. We'll see how it goes. And let's see. Those are the main points. And we will talk to y'all on our next podcast. All right, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you.
You just